Hello and welcome to episode 148 of the Daily Sales Message, where every day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. My name is James Newell. I teach people how to sell for a living, and I focus on communication and being ethical and honest and transparent and using reciprocity and goodwill and just human things. I'm not into pressuring people, convincing them, persuading them. We're here to explain to people, this is how we can help you. This is the problem that you have as I see it. This is where those two things cross over and how I can help and what we can do for you. How does that sound to you? Would you like to buy that? That's selling in a nutshell for me. That's the kind of approach that I take. Very relaxed, very open, very honest, no pressure whatsoever. I believe in just finding more people to talk to and opening up more conversations rather than just endlessly hounding people and trying to push them to buy from you. In today's episode of the Daily Sales Message, now in yesterday's episode when I trailered this one, I was saying you don't need to cut your ear off. So put the scalpel down. You don't need to cut your ear off, but you do need to become an artist. You need to become an artist. You need to be very good at painting a picture in the mind of your buyer. Painting a picture in the mind of your buyer. That's going to help them to see your solution, your product, your service, what it will mean for them. And that helps them to decide to buy it or decide not to buy it ultimately. But being an artist, being able to paint that picture, and we want to do a couple of things. We want to think about the senses. So how will it make somebody feel? What would they think about? We need to place them contextually in that situation of once you've bought from us and you have a product or service, what would it be like if blah, blah, blah. Imagine if. How would you feel if? Getting them to think about these things, and although I'm saying you need to be an artist, really the key is we're getting them to be an artist because they're painting the picture in their own mind, but we need to lead them there. So imagine if this, what if this, how would you feel if, what would it be like if, or when, what would it be like when? But using those kind of mechanisms to get your buyer to paint a picture in their mind. You can do it in actual conversation like this if this were a Zoom call, or you can do it in your messaging and in your adverts, etc. But getting them to paint that picture, very, very important, because that's how they connect with your offering, ultimately. If they don't have a clear picture in their mind of what your offering is going to look like for them, that's really going to hold them back from actually buying it from you, ultimately. So become an artist, paint a picture in the mind of your buyer, or get them to paint a picture in their own mind ultimately. That's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the one thing that your income relies upon in sales and selling. One thing in particular begins with an O. I'll explain more tomorrow. Having to be cryptic as usual. What could it be? What O words do you know? Not sure. See you tomorrow for that episode. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. Do appreciate it. If you haven't already, connect with me on LinkedIn. I share a lot of stuff on a daily basis over there. And I also like to hear from listeners of the Daily Sales Message, so feel free to send me a DM, a direct message, and let me know what you think of the show. That's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow for another exciting episode of the Daily Sales Message.